Hello and welcome to a brand new video. Today I will be going on a journey with my motorhome for around 4 days. I will be going up to 800 meters above sea level, where I will be walking one of the most iconic hikes that we have in this area. So stay tuned for that. On the way I will also stop and show you some interesting places that we can see, and I think you will enjoy that also. By the way, my name is Børre. I'm a biologist, and I spend most of my time traveling in Norway and Europe with my motorhome, and I will always take you with me on these journeys and always try to focus on interesting things to see in nature. I made a little stop here because I have a beautiful phenomenon behind me that you can see here, which is a splendid waterfall, and we'll just take a little walk and take a look at the waterfall. And you can see it's a beautiful waterfall going all the way up from the mountain here. So let's take a closer look at this one. Normally I don't stop on places where there are too many people, but sometimes if you have beautiful scenery like I have in front of me here, then I make an exception, I guess. Yeah, this is quite a popular place for people to stop when they drive by their cars. So there will be a lot of people here. I don't think I will spend too much time here, but I would like to show you what this waterfall looks like in the middle of summer here. Taking the pictures in front of such a beautiful scenery that we see behind us here. And by the way, this waterfall that you see behind me here is called Tindefossen, and for those of you who have been traveling by car between Oslo and Bergen, you have probably passed by this waterfall, and a lot of people stop here to take a look and to admire this beautiful scenery that you have here. Well, we are in the middle of summer now, so there's not so much water in this waterfall, but still it is really an amazing view to see how it floods down this hillside, and it's a long way all the way to the top here. So this is a beautiful piece of nature. I had a small break at the local petrol station and lay by. Suddenly a convoy of trucks arrived, some of them with lorries, some older veteran cars, and others were American-style trucks. This group were on the way to a truck festival, and it was impossible not to notice their presence. The Nærøyfjorden Nature Park is part of the UNESCO World Heritage List. These are protected areas with universal significance. The list was created in 1972 and contains more than 1,000 places, including the pyramids in Egypt, the Great Barrier Reef in Australia, and the Western Norwegian fjord landscape, which was included in the list in 2005. With World Heritage List heritage status and the many protected areas of value, it is especially important to take care of the nature in this area. All human activities must be carried out in accordance with this status. Well, I have arrived in Flåm, which is a very popular destination for many people coming by car, by train or by cruise boat. To walk around here in Flåm is a spectacular experience because it is really a nice scenery here. There's a lot of tourists in summertime and it's quite a popular destination both for Norwegians and for foreigners. And as you can see behind me here, it is also a very, very popular cruise destination. And you can see this enormous ship resting behind me here with thousands of guests just arriving. Yeah, it's really difficult to imagine the size of these huge cruise ships. And I've never been on board on such a big one. And I can imagine that it's a very nice experience, and you have lots of facilities that you can use when you are on board. You can see the fjord where these ships arrive is really deep, and it makes it possible for some of these enormous vessels to arrive here in Flåm. It's hard to imagine the size of these ships when they arrive here in these narrow fjords, and it's also a fact that these small villages, settlements along the fjord here, they don't have so many inhabitants, but of course when thousands of cruise tourists arrive, then the population increases dramatically here in this small village. You can also buy typical Norwegian souvenirs, clothing and other interesting things that you can bring back home as a memory of your trip to Norway. As you can see, because of this big cruise ship, there are a lot of people here today, and it can be a little bit too populated for my taste, but at least people experience Norway and the Norwegian fjords. Well, we are in the middle of high season now, and you can really see that there are so many people here in Flåm, and especially because of this huge cruise ship, there have been so many people walking around here during the entire day. So I'm not so fond of places where there are so many people, but it is a good thing and nice to see that so many people enjoy this beautiful scenery that you have here in Flåm. And from this place Flåm, there's also a railway track going up into the mountains where you can take a short trip here, and you will finally arrive at the Oslo-Bergen railway. So this is a very popular line and goes through a very amazing scenery. On this map you can see how this popular railway line is going through this valley, and it goes all the way up, and you will finally leave the valley, go through these very, very steep hills, and there are lots of tunnels also on the way up here, and finally you will reach the Oslo-Bergen railway line, and from there you can cross the railway line and take another train to Bergen or to Oslo if you want to do that. And you can also do this the opposite way. Another popular activity here from Flåm is you can actually rent a bicycle and take it with you on the train up the mountains, and then you can bicycle down again on a dirt road. This is a very popular and interesting hike that you can do, and it's not so expensive to hire one of these bikes. As you can see, the road that I'm traveling now to get to our destination is a very, very old road, and it's a narrow street. So it is you have to be very careful, as you can see here, when you're meeting other vehicles, because the road maybe not be wide enough for 2 cars. So I have to do this very carefully, but we're actually climbing from the sea level, and we will be ending up around 800 meters above sea level. So it's a rather steep climb that we're encountering just in a while. On the way here there's also a very creepy tunnel, because it is under repair, as you can see, and it's bumpy and it's narrow, and it's really a nightmare to drive around here with such a big vehicle as a motorhome. And when we finally meet some other car here, then we have to find enough space for both cars to pass each other, and that's not always so easy. But I think I will stop a little bit here and let this other car pass by. And as you can see, we really have to be a bit careful here to avoid crashing into something. This is really a scary part of the road here, because we have the fjord to the right here, straight down, and we have a cliff to the left here, straight up, and this means that there's not so much space here to move around or to finish this distance here. And you can see it's very, very, very narrow street here, and I have to be so careful to keep my vehicle on the road. Bara slippa ha förbi här. Yeah, we're climbing higher and higher up here in this mountain, and there is a beautiful viewpoint up here that we will be taking a look at, just to show you how it looks down into the fjord here. So stay tuned for that. Yes, from this viewpoint you can see how high up we've come. And down here there's a big lake and a river, and this river finally ends up in the fjord down there. But still we have to climb some 100 meters more to get up to our destination. And down here you can even see this road that we used to enter this valley along this lake, and you can see how steep it is. Yeah, we have arrived at our campsite, which is called Børre, and It is in the middle of the season now, so I'm a bit curious if they do have a pitch ready for me. So I think we just have to go up there and talk to them and see if they have something available for us. As you can see, the reception area is very nice here, and you see these traditional decorations here, which are very Norwegian, you know. Even have a goat here, and a brown bear. So there's lots of entertainment here. You can see the people eating their dinners here now. And on the campsite they even have a barbecue area. So if you have some food that you want to prepare, then everything is ready for you. Hello, as you can see, I have arrived at the campsite at Børre. I am around 800 meters above sea level here. Tomorrow I will have a new beautiful day, I think. We'll go for a hike down this the valley, which is called the Åland Valley, which is a iconic hike in this area that so many people do. And I have been traveling today for around 6 to 7 hours, and I feel that I'm a bit tired, and we'll have an early evening here today. Tomorrow it will be an interesting day, and that will be my next video where I'll be hiking down the valley. I hope you enjoyed this little video, and if you do, please give me a thumbs up. It helps me a lot. And if you want to see more of this content, please subscribe to the channel. In the meantime, I wish you a beautiful evening or day, whatever you have where you are. And don't forget to be active in nature, and remember to stay curious.